Hey, Rick from DreamSideOut. Well, I got artwork on my van now. I know people are going to say, well, Rick, I told you so, and now you get to have your day. I told you I was going to get tagged. But, you know, this does raise a good point. I mean, here's what would happen if I did artwork on the side of my van. Somebody else would come along and, you know, do this. You know, there are artists that put themselves out there and do public art, and they put their name on it. And they work hard because they have to gain the respect of those that they're doing the artwork for. I've never understood the graffiti mentality. I'd like to have some comments from graffiti artists. If somebody would come on my channel, make a fake channel, because I know you'll have to. You guys always have to be anonymous. I want to hear what your reasoning is, why you do this. So I'd like to hear from you. I'm going to go get some coffee this morning, and then I'm going to go over and see if I can get some sort of paint remover to wipe it off. If that doesn't work, then I'll do something else. I'm in the Home Depot parking lot here. I just got a product called Graffiti Remover. We'll see if it works. Works on concrete, brick, and street signs. Fanoci and concreto. Oh, wait there. Oh, that's not. You sort of get two things for one here. You get crud remover and graffiti. So it'll remove crud too. That's nice. Okay, I'm going to test out a spot here. It says wait 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, so it's got to like soak in. Of course, this isn't a good day to do it because it's raining and it's wet. It should be dry, I'm sure. Look at that. Look at that. It's just wiping it right off. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That is really nice. Now, folks, that's a good reason to have a vinyl wrapped U-Haul truck right there. You can wipe the graffiti off. Well, folks, I'm pleased to say that Crud Cutter, along with the vinyl-wrapped U-Haul truck, worked in my favor. I was able to, with about 30 minutes of elbow grease in the rain, actually, I was able to clean all the graffiti off, and it came off pretty slick. I think my van needs to be washed badly, but see all the crud at the bottom there. Anyway, I'll take it to a car wash and do some final touch-up on it, but I'll have to say it worked, and I'm a little pleased that I was able to clean it up so fast. So after I cleaned up the van, got the graffiti all cleaned off, I did a little reflecting on the whole situation. And I thought, what would it be like to interview a graffiti writer? They call themselves graffiti writers. So what I did is I put an ad in the local Craigslist, and I offered to pay for an interview with a real Seattle graffiti writer, somebody who's been out there tagging stuff like my van, and just see what they have to say about it. Obviously, they would, their identity would be kept confidential, and we could put a bag over their head or something and do the interview. But I thought it might be an interesting idea. So I put the ad out there, and I got several responses. And I corresponded with one particular person back and forth several times, and we tried to set up meetings. And right at the last minute, just about every time actually, about 3 times in a row at the last minute, he bailed out on the meeting for various reasons. Now, he had some what sounded like legitimate reasons, okay? But I figured after 3 tries, I would put the ball in his park. And so I'm still open to that. If you're watching this and you want to do an interview, you know how to contact me. And I know who you are and you know who I am. So I'm still open to that because I think that folks might want to hear what you have to say about it. I think the other thing I started thinking about is how you go through life. You know, you try to do things well, and you make mistakes, and then you have to clean up for your mistakes or clean up for your own consequences of your poor judgment sometimes. And then there's other times when you have to clean up somebody else's mess. And so I just thought that having an interview with somebody would be a way of going the extra mile, because that's what somebody once said to do, as if somebody forces you to go a mile, go the extra mile. And I thought this would be a way to do it. I'll just leave you with some footage of some of my weekend trips here to enjoy, so you don't have to look at graffiti anymore. You guys have a good one.